You know, if you say to your girlfriend, oh, come here, I'm gonna spank you. That's not, you know, if you're her co-worker or you're a man who's stalking her, it's a very different context to if you're her boyfriend.
The problem is that in the context of what you've been accused of,
yes, the prosecutor can make it look bad.
This looks damning.
Of course, but what he doesn't do is he doesn't show the whole conversations to any judge. That is a carefully manipulated and edited and actually constructed conversation, as all of the conversations are.
This whole lover boy thing, right? The suggestion is that you and Andrew, basically, you're two good-looking, fast-talking, smart guys, right? And you've have plenty of money and you've enjoyed yourselves, fine.
Yes.
And that you've managed to, deliberately or otherwise, but the suggestion is deliberately, persuade a lot of women to fall in love with you very quickly, and then you use that relationship and how they feel about you to then guide them towards making money from webcams.
Well, that's interesting. Of the 7 women that you've listed, none of which we can name, do you know how many of them ever worked at my old webcamming business I had many years ago? Of the 7 victims listed, how many of them were in any way related to any of the activities I did when I ran a webcam studio? The answer, Piers, you'd be surprised to know, is 0. People on the internet, I call them Twitter detectives. Not the police, not DCOD, not even this over-ambitious prosecutor, because there are webcam studios all over the city, has tried to make any criminal complaint about that small business that me and Andrew, as he said, dipped our toe in. I was maybe running it, to be fair, all those years ago. None of these people who are alleged victims today have anything to do with the webcam studio. But if you watch clips on Twitter, when we speak as a 24-year-old, vulgarly, oh yeah, you know, I'm pimping because I'm in the club with a bunch of girls. You know, when we speak that way, it's easy to say, oh, look, he's admitted, he's confessed to his crimes. The old webcam studio and the current investigation have 0 strings in between them. So the question in and of itself doesn't make sense, if you understand that.
You could face further time in jail if you're convicted of these offences, a long time in jail. You were in jail earlier this year. What was that experience like for you?
Jail was, you know when you're going through something really difficult and it's almost unbearable, whether it be a difficult gym session or, you know, a major setback, and you come out after it's finished. And the moment it ends, you're like, yeah, I'm glad that happened. Jail was hell every single day. But the moment we got that phone call saying a judge who's now seen the evidence that they've allegedly raised against you has decided to release you, I was very happy for the experience. I'm very happy I spent 3 months living in those conditions.
What did you find out about yourself?
I didn't find out anything new. I feel like it was my opportunity to show to myself and to my brother and to the world that I am the man who I say I am. I always preach being mentally strong, physically strong. You know, I put on this tough guy persona, but I don't think it's a tough guy persona, because if I can survive 3 months in a Romanian prison without incident, without